Hello friends, this is Vivek and today we are going to start with our second type of progression, that is geometric progression. In previous videos we have discussed about arithmetic progression and we have solved some previous year JEE Mains and advanced questions. You can get the link of those videos from the description of this video. And don't forget to subscribe my channel if you have not yet subscribed.
Geometric progression is a sequence in which each term is multiplied or divided by a fixed number to get the next term. That fixed number is known as common ratio. In general, this common ratio is denoted by small r. So if you write standard form of GP according to this formula, let's say our first term is a. Let first term T1 is a and common ratio is r. Common ratio is r. So what can we write the second term T2? According to this formula, in first term if you multiply by the common ratio r, then you will get the next term T2. It means T2 will be T1 into r. T1 value we know a and r, AR. What about T3? T2 into r, T2 into r. It means it will be AR into r. It will become AR square. Similarly, we can write T4. What will be T4? AR cube. In AR square, you have to multiply by r, you will get AR cube. T5, it will be AR to the power 4. So if you want to write in general term, if you see the first term, we are getting T1 equal to a into r to the power 0. T2 we are getting as a into r to the power 2 minus 1. T3 is a into r to the power 3 minus 1, 2. Same like this, T4 is a into r to the power 4 minus 1, 3. So if you want to write Tn general term, it will be a into r to the power n minus 1. Power of r will be 1 lesser than the number of terms. So this will be your general term of GP. General term of GP. Okay. So this GP we can define in one more way. What will be that? It's a sequence. It is a sequence, or we can say progression also. A sequence in which ratio of two consecutive terms will always be same, will always be equal, will always be equal to what? We can say equal to common ratio, common ratio r. So what can we write? We can write T2 divided by T1. Ratio of T2 and T1 will be equal to T3 divided by T2, and this will be equal to T2, and this will be equal to T4 divided by T3, and so on it will go on. At last what can we write? Let's say in this GP you have n terms, so it will be Tn divided by Tn minus 1, and all these values will be equal to common ratio r. So whenever if you have given a GP and you want to find common ratio, what you have to do? you have to divide second term by first term, or any two consecutive terms ratio you have to find. That will be your common ratio R. I will see one example based on this. In the GP, third term is 2. They have given T3 equal to 2. And sixth term is T6, they have given as minus 1 by 4. So we need to find T10. Okay. So what is T3 formula? AR square. This value they have given as 2. This is your equation number 1. What about T6 formula? AR to the power 5. This value we have given as minus 1 by 4. Equation number 2. What to do? Divide equation number 1 by 2. So we will get 1 by 2 like this. We will get AR square divided by AR to the power 5 equal to 2 divided by minus 1 by 4. A cancel out. R square will be cancel out. Here we will get R cube. So 1 by R cube we are getting as minus 8. So 1 by R cube we are getting as minus 8. So R cube value will be what? Minus 1 by 8. So R will be equal to minus 1 by 2. This we are getting R. So what to do? Substitute R value in any one of the equation, we will get A value. And A value you can write as 2 divided by R square. It means what? 2 divided by 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 square will be 1 by 4. So this one you will got numerator, you will get as 8. A value you are getting as 8. So what they are asking? They are asking T10. We can find T10. Yes. T10 will be equal to AR to the power 9. A value is 8 into R is what? Minus 1 by 2 to the power 9. This 8 we can write at 2q into minus 1 divided by this 2 to the power 9. Okay. So if you cancel out, you will get minus 1 by 2 to the power 6. Now 2 to the power 6 we know as 64. So this T10 will be equal to minus 1 by 64. This will be our answer. We will come to next question. Okay. We have taken one more example based on this. If the third and fourth term of an arithmetic sequence are increased by 3 and 8 respectively, then first 4 term form a GP. Okay, they have given AP. So what we'll take? We'll take a AP like this: A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. Okay, this is our AP. Now in this AP, third term and fourth term we have increased by 3 and 8. It means this term you have to increase by 3 and this term you have to increase by 8. So what we will get? We will get first 4 terms will be in GP. It means first 4 terms what we are getting. If you increase this, you will get A plus D and A plus 2D plus 3, and next will be A plus 3D plus 8. All these 4 numbers will be in GP. Okay. If they are in GP, then we can apply GP rule. What is the GP rule? Ratio of two consecutive terms should be equal to common ratio. Okay. So we will write ratio of T2 by T1. It means A plus D divided by A will be equal to A plus 2D plus 3 divided by A plus D, and this will be equal to A plus 3D plus 8 divided by A plus 2D plus 3. So from here we will get the two equations and find A and D values. Okay. If you equate these two, So from here you will get one equation, that will be a plus d divided by a equal to a plus 2d plus 3 divided by a plus d. Cross multiply, you will get a plus d whole square will be equal to a into a plus 2d plus 3. So expand it, you will get a square plus 2d 2ad plus d square. This will be equal to a square plus 2ad plus 3a. So a square will be cancelled out, 2ad also will be cancelled out. So what we are getting? We are getting d square equal to 3a. This is our equation number 1. D square equal to 3a. Now next what they have given? Okay, if you equate this second and third, these two, so what we will get? We will get a plus 2d plus 3 divided by a plus d equal to a plus 3d plus 8 divided by a plus 2d plus 3. So cross multiply. If you cross multiply, we will get as a plus 2d plus 3 whole square equal to a plus d into a plus 3d plus 8. So expand it. What we will get? We will get a square plus 4d square plus 9 plus 4ad a plus b plus c whole square formula, a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2c. Okay, we will get 4ad plus 6 into 2 12, 12d plus 3 into 2 6a. Okay, equal to, if you multiply this one, you will get a square plus 3ad plus 8a plus ad plus 3d square and next what you will get? 3d square plus 8d. Okay, so if you bring everything to one side, first of all this a square we can cancel out. Anything else we can cancel? No. Okay, we will bring everything to one side. Here 4d square, here 3d square. How much will get? D square. 4 minus 3 will be 1d square. Okay, plus 4ad and here also 4ad. This will be cancelled out. 4ad will be cancelled out. Next what we are getting? D terms. Here 12d minus 8d will be 4d plus 4d. Okay, next will be 6a minus 8a, it means minus 2a equal to 0. And we know that a value, what will be a value? From the equation number 1 we can write a value will be d square by 3. We will substitute here because we want to convert this equation in d form. So we will get d square plus 4d minus 2 into d square by 3, and this will be equal to 0. Take LCM, you will get 3d square plus 12d minus 2d square equal to 0. So 3 minus 2 will be d square plus 12d equal to 0. So if you take d common, d plus 12 will be 0. So d will be either 0 or d will be minus 12, which is not possible. So d will be minus 12. Okay, so what will be our a value? We know that d square equal to 3a. Substitute here. So we will get minus 12 square equal to 3a. So a will be how much? 144 divided by 3. If you cancel out, you will get, I think so, here 4, 8. So a value will be 48. Next, what they are asking? They are asking, okay, first part they are asking that sum of first 4 terms of AP. It means S4 of the AP. Okay, so what will be our AP? Our AP will be A. What is our AP? A plus D, A plus 2D, then A plus 3D, and so on. Okay, this is our AP. In this AP they are asking S4. Yes, it means T1 is 48. Okay, plus 48 minus 12. Actually, I will add like this. If you add all this, how much you will get? A plus A plus A, 4A. Plus, what will be the coefficient of D? 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6D. Okay, so we will get S4 as 4 into 48 plus 6 into minus 12. Substitute here. Here 4 into 8 will be 32. 16 plus 3, 19. Okay, and here minus 72. So if you subtract this, you will get as at 0 to 120. S4 we are getting as 120. Next, second part. Second term of GP. So what will be our GP? GP is A plus D, and A plus 2D plus 3, and A plus 3D plus 8. This is our GP. In this they are asking second term. It means this one, A plus D. This will be same as second term of AP also. Okay. So what will be our T2? T2 will be A plus D. Substitute here. A is how much? A we are getting 48 minus 12 will be 36. Second term of GP we are getting as 36. I think both the things we have got. We will move to next. Third question. They are asking 3 positive numbers form a GP. If the second term is increased by R, the resulting sequence will become a AP. In term, if you increase the last term of AP by 64, we will get a GP. Okay. They are saying 3 positive number in GP. So we can take 3 positive numbers in GP as A by R, A and AR. Okay. We will take like that. So what will be our 3 positive numbers in GP? That will be A by R, A and GP. Okay. So they are saying if second number, if you increase by 8, in this second number in AR, if you add 8, so what will happen? The resulting sequence will be AP. It means this AR plus 8 and AR square will become AP. So if this is AP, then we can apply AP rule. What will be that? 2 times of middle term AR plus 8 will be equal to sum of exterior terms. It means A plus AR square. So what can we write? Multiply this, we will get 2AR plus 16 will be equal to A plus AR square. I will combine all the R terms. So what we will get? If you combine all the R terms, sorry, A terms, we will get as, here we will get A plus AR square plus 2AR. This will be equal to 6, not plus 2AR, minus 2AR. Minus 2AR, this will be equal to 16. So we are getting, in this if you take A common, we will get 1 plus R square minus 2R. This will be equal to 16. This one what can we write? 1 minus R whole square. So we can write this A into 1 minus R square will be equal to 16. Okay. So from here what can we write? A value we can write as 16 divided by 1 minus r the whole square. Okay, this we are getting equation number 1. Next what they are asking, okay, AP. In turn, if we increase the last term of AP by 64, we will get a GP. Okay, so what is our AP? Our AP is AR plus 8 and AR square. In this, if you increase the last term, AR plus 8 and AR square, this last term if you increase by 64, you will get a GP. This will become a GP. Okay, so we can apply GP rule. Square of the middle term, it means AR plus 8 square will be equal to product of the terms, means A into AR square plus 64. We will solve this. Okay, so here left side what we will get? We will get as A square R square plus 64 plus 16 AR. This will be equal to A square R square plus 64A. So what we will get? This one will be cancelled out. We are getting, okay, this A term I will bring to here. This 64 will be equal to 64A minus 16AR. So if you take A common here, this 64 will be equal to, not A, 16A we can take common. 16A if you take common, you will get 4 minus R. So this one we can cancel 4 times. So we are getting A value will be how much? 4 divided by 4 minus R. This is our equation number 2. Now in equation number 1, what we got A value? We got A value, A equal to 16 divided by 1 minus R whole square. Okay, and in both case we are getting A value, so we can equate. So we can write here from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, what can we write? What was this? 16 divided by 1 minus R square. 16 divided by 1 minus R the whole square. This will be equal to 4 divided by 4 minus R. Okay, this one we can cancel 4. So if you cross multiply, you will get 4 into 4 minus R, and this will be equal to 1 minus R the whole square. So multiply this, will be 16 minus 4R will be equal to 1 plus R square minus 2R. So you will get R square, bring everything to one side, R square plus 2R and plus minus 15. This will be equal to 0. Now this 15 you have to factorize. You have to factorize this R square plus 2R minus 15. See, here we can write R square, this 2R we can write as 5R minus 3R. 5R minus 3R minus 15 will be equal to 0. So if you take R common, you will get R plus 5. Minus 3 if you take common here, you will get R plus 5 equal to 0. It means R plus 5 into R minus 3 will be equal to 0. So we are getting R equal to minus 5 and R equal to 3. This R equal to minus 5 is not possible because they are saying all the numbers should be positive. Okay, so we are getting R equal to 3. What will be A value? A will be equal to 4 divided by 4 minus R. Substitute here R equal to 3. So what you will get? A value 4 divided by 4 minus 3. It will be 4. Next what they are asking? Find the three numbers. That three numbers. What are the three numbers? Initial A, AR and AR square. These three numbers we need to find. Okay. So what will be the three numbers? Three numbers are A, AR and AR square. So substitute here a value is 4 and 4 into 3 will be 12 and 12 into 3 will be 36. These are the three numbers. We'll move to next. Our next topic is sum of n terms of a GP. Okay. What is the meaning of sum of n terms? Sn. This will be equal to T1 plus T2 plus T3 up to Tn. It means you have to add all the n terms, you will get Sn. Okay. So what is our T1 value? Let's say first term is A. So T1 we can write A, and T2 what can we write? AR, plus T3 will be AR square, plus what will be last term? AR to the power n minus 1. AR to the power n minus 1. So what we will do? This is our equation number 1. In this equation number 1, we will multiply by R. Rsn. What will be our Rsn? If you multiply first term by R, you will get AR. I will write from here. Next. AR. In second term, if you multiply by R, you will get AR square. In third term, if you multiply by R, you will get AR cube. If n minus 1th term, if you multiply by R, you will get A into R to the power n minus 1. Plus, if you nth term, if you multiply by R, you will get AR to the power n. This is our equation number 2. Now, if you subtract this, then this middle terms will be cancelled out. Subtract this. So, what you will get here? This will be cancelled out. This also cancelled out. Everything will be cancelled out. Up to this, it will be cancelled out. So, here left side, what will get? Sn minus Rsn equal to what will be left here? A minus AR to the power n. Okay, so this Sn Sn into 1 minus R will be equal to A. If you take common, you will get 1 minus R to the power n. So what will be our Sn? Sn will be A into 1 minus R to the power n divided by 1 minus R. This will be your sum of n terms formula. Okay. Sometime we can write this formula like this also. This Sn equal to A R to the power n minus 1 divided by R minus 1. Both are same actually. Next thing they have given sum of infinite terms. Okay. So we are getting Sn equal to what we are getting? A into 1 minus R to the power n divided by 1 minus R. This we are getting Sn. Now they are asking sum of infinite terms. It means what? This n will be tending towards infinity. So if n will be tending towards infinity, and if you take R value, see for sum of infinity terms, there should be a condition. This R value should vary from minus 1 to 1. Or you can say modulus of R should be less than 1. Okay. So if you write R to the power n, what will happen? See, R is varying from minus 1 to 1. It means, let's say I will take one number plus 1 by 2. This will be in between. This is a valid value of R. So if you square this, you will get 1 by 4. We are reducing. If you cube it, again you will get some more lesser. It means you will get 1 by 8. So if you put power infinity, it means what? It will be tending towards 0. It will be approximately equal to 0. So this R to the power n will be tending towards 0. Okay. So what can we write this as infinity? This will be A divided by 1 minus. This will be your formula to find S infinity. What will be formula to find S infinity? A divided by 1 minus R. Okay, we can prove this also like previous. What was this? What was this S infinity? T1 plus T2 plus T3 up to infinity, it will go on. Okay, so this S infinity we can write as T1. T1 is what? A plus AR plus AR square and so on. It will go on. So if you multiply by r, you will get r into s infinity will be equal to a into r ar plus ar square plus ar cube and so on. So if you subtract this, what will happen? All the other terms will be cancelled out because we don't know which term will be the last term. So everything will be cancelled out. So what you will get here, left side s infinity, if you take common you will get 1 minus r. This will be equal to a. So what will be our s infinity? You will get as a divided by 1 minus r. Where r, what should be the region of r? R should vary from -1 to 1, or you can say modulus of r should be less than. Okay, this will be condition. It means what? Whenever r will be in between -1 to 1, then only s infinity will exist. Otherwise no. Otherwise it won't exist. Here we have given some bullet points. First one, if three numbers a, b, c are in GP, so we can write as b square equal to ac. Yes, if three numbers are in GP, so what can we write? We can write as second term divided by first term. It means what will be second term? B by a. This will be equal to third term divided by, it means c by b. If you cross multiply, you will get as b square equal to ac. This one is it. What is the second point? If a, b, c are in GP, then log a, log b, log c will be in AP. Okay, we will check this. If a, b, c are in GP, then we can write as b square equal to ac. What to do? Apply log both sides. Then log of b square will be equal to log of ac. So this 2 will come outside. 2 times of log of b will be, and we know that log m into n we can write as log m plus log n. So this will become log a plus log c. What we are getting? 2 times of some number equal to sum of other two numbers. It means what? What is the AP condition? 2 times of middle term should be equal to sum of exterior terms. It means what can we write? We can say that this log a, log b and log c will be in AP. Okay. Third point, what they have given? If each term of a GP is multiplied or divided by a same non-zero number, then the resulting sequence is also AP. Okay, we'll check this. Let's say I will take one AP. Let's say I will take one AP. Sorry, GP like this. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Only 5 terms I will take. In this GP, if you multiply each term by 5, we will multiply by 5. Each term I will multiply by fixed number 5. Let's say we will check what we are getting. 2 into 5 will be 10. 4 into 5 will be 20. 8 into 5 will be 40. 16 into 5 will be 80. 32 into 5 will be 160. So if you check this one, is 20 divided by 10 equal to how much? 2. 40 divided by 20 is how much? 2. 80 divided by 40 is how much? 2. It means what? This also is a GP. This is also a GP. Okay. So if you multiply each term by some number, let's say that also will divide by 5 also. If you divide by 5, what you will get? 2 by 5, 4 by 5, 8 by 5. Next will be 16 by 5. Next will be 32 by 5. Let's say we'll check. What will be T2 by T1? 4 by 5 divided by 2 by 5. This one cancel out. We'll get 4 by 2 will be 2. Okay. What about T3 by T2? 8 by 5 divided by 4 by 5. Again 5 will be cancel out. 8 divided by 4 will be 2. So we are getting ratio of two consecutive terms equal to common ratio 2. So what will be this? This will also be a GP. This will also be a GP. It means whenever you have given a GP, if you multiply or divide each term of a GP by some non-zero number, the resulting sequence will also be a GP. Next point, what they are saying, same like AP, if you have to take 3 numbers in GP, how to take 3 numbers in GP? We can take as A by R, A and AR. Why? Because if you multiply all these 3 terms, it will be independent of R. Same like this, if you want to take 4 numbers in GP, we can take as A by R cube, A by R, AR and AR cube. If you want to take 5 numbers in GP, we can take as AR square, A by R square, A by R, A, AR and AR square. Similarly, we can take other numbers also. These are the 4 bullet points we have given.
Thank you very much for watching my video. Please do like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel to motivate me for making many more videos. Please write your views and suggestions in comment section of the video. Thank you once again.